made to scrub a toilet with her own toothbrush, beaten around a room and given a black eye, as reported by her father's uncle. These are just two things we know that happened to 5-year-old Harmony Montgomery in the months before her death. If you want to go there, if you want to go to that dark place, imagine the abuse and the torture that Harmony faced at the hands of her father and her disinterested stepmother in the months before her death, before her brutal murder, where her father repeatedly punched her in the face and the head in a series of blows that came 3 or 4 at a time on 3 occasions close together whilst they were driving. Whilst Adam was driving, he was leaning back into the back seat and punching Harmony in the head and in the face. And he said something to the effect of, "I really hurt her this time." And for about 5 minutes, Harmony whimpered and moaned in pain before she fell silent, before the life was just forced out of her body. According to the arrest warrant of Adam Montgomery, in the back of a car that the family were living in, for nothing more than peeing her pants. She was 5. She was 5 years old. She was scared. She was living in a car with 2 adults, her father and her stepmother. Her father abusive on a short fuse because they'd been kicked out of their house at Guildford Street in Manchester, New Hampshire, and forced to live in their car. From the 27th of November 2019 till Harmony's murder on the 7th of December 2019, Harmony's life, Harmony's last week on earth, was in a car with her abusive father, her disinterested, drug-addled stepmother, and 2 little brothers, aged 2 and 10 months. She was peeing her pants because she was scared, she was confused. But instead of trying to understand why or finding a remedy for this, Adam decided to just let his temper rip. And that's what happened to Harmony Montgomery. Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Wednesday morning. If you heard me reading the lengthy and detailed probable cause affidavit, the arrest warrant for Adam Montgomery, which was dated the 21st of October 2022, you'll know just how graphic and brutal Harmony's murder was, but also the detailed, the painstaking work that the cops have done to piece together what Adam and Kayla Montgomery did with Harmony's body, moved her time and time again, including putting her in a freezer at Adam's workplace and then thawing her out, putting lime in the bag so that it would deal with the decomposition, and then trying to squeeze her flesh back into that bag in the bathroom of their home at Union Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. I did not imagine that the details would be so graphic. Yes, we know that she was 5. We know that she was murdered. But just the extent that Adam and Kayla went to hide this fact that she'd been murdered is astonishing. Yet Adam made mistakes. Instead of getting rid of the body straight away, in a place where it would never be found, the moving of that body from place to place has left evidence behind, such as Harmony's DNA being found in decomposition fluid that had soaked into ceiling tiles, when Adam had no choice but to hide the body in a bag and then covered in trash bags in the ceiling of their temporary accommodation. So they moved around time and time again, being evicted, moving probably to avoid CPS as well. You know, they were living in the Ocono Lodge in Manchester at some point, and it's at that point we want to talk about today. They were staying at the Ocono Lodge even though they had an apartment in the city. So I read the whole affidavit, 2.5 hours, very intense reading. I've also listened to a couple of other creators, Teresa from Criminality and Sleuth Mom, so that I can get a full appreciation. I think reading it out loud helped me, but listening to 2 other people read it has also helped me digest these details. And something occurred to me, is that can we find where the last of Harmony's remains were taken? And I think we might be able to. So I'm reading from page 39 of the arrest affidavit here. Detective Rahill was able to locate a rental that had the name Travis Beach as an additional contact. So Travis Beach is one of the person that Adam drew in to this whole charade. The rental began on the 3rd of March 2020 at approximately 5:49 p.m. and ended the next day on the 4th of March 2020 at approximately 1:47 p.m. The rental was from 515 South Willow Street in Manchester. It was rented by Brendan Middleton, somebody else who was drawn into this. The total rental mileage was approximately 133 miles. So Adam had travelled 133 miles between 10 to 6 in the PM of the 3rd until just after 1:45 in the PM the following day, the 4th. 133 miles. Where did he go? If we keep reading and we go to page 44 of the arrest affidavit, we learn. On 7/20/22, I received information from the Massachusetts Department of Transportation regarding 3 toll violations involving the above-referenced specific U-Haul van. During the time it had been rented by Middleton, but Adam was using it. The 3 violations occurred at the following date, time, and locations. We're into the early hours of the 4th of March 2020. And we've got 4:44 a.m, so 4:45, and a toll violation at Tobin Bridge Local going north. And then just 5 minutes later, 4:45 in the AM, Adam seemingly had turned round and had another toll violation. But then we skip 40 minutes. There's a 40-minute time lapse here. And at 5:25 a.m, Adam is going north again. Another toll violation. So remember, Adam had travelled 133 miles. Okay, let's look at the map. Okay, so I've plotted this from the Ocono Lodge in Manchester, New Hampshire. And I found Tobin Bridge. Where is Tobin Bridge? Well, there was only one Tobin Bridge that I could find that had a toll gantry, and it's all the way down in Boston, Massachusetts. This is the Tobin Bridge here. That's the toll gantry. So presumably that's where those toll violations were recorded. So this is Tobin Bridge. So 52.5 miles. So 105 miles round trip. He must have paid the toll or gone via a different route to go south, and then he's gone north and got a toll violation, turned round, got another toll violation, 40 minutes later gone north again. Where did he go in those 40 minutes? Where did he drive or even walk in those 40 minutes? Well, this right here is water that leads into the bay at Boston. My question is, why did he go this way, given that there's water that is very close to the bay? Did Adam take what was left of Harmony and throw her into Boston Bay? Now there's another 20 odd miles to deal with, so maybe body parts or evidence, the bag was thrown away in another location. We don't know. He's not just gone there for a joyride, has he? Given the nature of what he was doing. I believe Harmony's body was thrown into Boston Bay, or at least some of Harmony's remains were thrown into the bay here in Boston, Massachusetts. I don't think Harmony's body will ever be found. I hope it is, so that she can be given a dignified resting place. But at this point, I don't think so. I think that body has gone, perhaps even into the Atlantic Ocean. And at the moment, we're not too far away here, looking at this map. This is where the Titanic remains are, around this area. Oh, the Titanic thing that's going on, you know, that submarine. But yeah, I think that's where Harmony's remains were thrown. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. I've been Michelle, hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.